What's up, guys? This is What If Naruto Part 2, and this is the oh, this new series happening because sadly, my What If Naruto is a Panther series is ending. Well, it ended last night, so rest in peace to that series. But like when I started thinking of the series, I started thinking of all the possibilities of this series. I was so surprised how much being on Team 10 could change Naruto altogether. Like, first, you have to adjust a little bit of things to the storyline, but besides that, it can change a lot of stuff. So, we start Naruto off when he's just a little kid. He's about, man, I don't know what to make him. I guess, yeah, 4 years old, and nope, he is, this is 2 months before he graduates the academy. So he's 12 years old, but he's just not graduated in the academy yet. And Naruto, he, wants, like, he's determined of making friends today. And he walks past some kids, and they tell him that if he does something for them, they'll be friends. And Naruto, he's like, say less. So he goes and he steals some steak from a food place and gives it to this kid. And they call the police force on Naruto. And Naruto, he starts crying. He starts um feeling hatred. His heart starts feeling. He starts feeling something inside, and it hurts. This is hatred and sadness that he's feeling. And he gets let out the police force, placed by the Hokage. And he goes up to the Hokage's mansion and asks about his clan. And the Hokage gives him a scroll about his clan. So this scroll is basically telling him about a lot about Genjutsu, how the Uzumaki clan was, like how they had their special Genkai, the chakra chains, and their red hair, and how they were able to contain Tail Beast, and was one of the most feared clans in the world. So Naruto, he's studying up on his clan. He's studying up on Genjutsu. We're gonna say he's about at the level of Tenten with summoning, sealing kunais and stuff, the weapons, basically. And told how they were pretty good in Kenjutsu. Naruto, he's picked up Kenjutsu. We're gonna say he has an all red sword. And the blade's like shiny white, like it glows. So he dyed his, we're gonna say he dyed his hair red, and he's letting it grow. For now, he's not putting it in a style, he's just letting it grow right now. And I don't know if I want to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't know if y'all want to hear this because I'm nowhere close to this, but I'm just gonna say it. Once I get 1,000 or 500 subscribers, I'm gonna do a what if I was not what if I was in Naruto, and comment down below if I should do 500 or 1,000. I just want to know because I wanted to hear from you guys, because it depends on my first 12 subscribers. Actually, yep, we got to 12 subscribers actually last night, so I'm proud of that. And he dyed his hair red and it's growing, we're gonna say the two, it's past those 2 months before the academy. And Naruto, he really only knows Kenjutsu and Finjutsu. He doesn't really know anything else because he still has crappy chakra control. Since even though he trains on it every day, because he learned how to Uzumaki has amazing chakra control and amazing strength. So he's been working out every day, really doing hard on his taijutsu. So he's really strong. He just doesn't have amazing chakra control. So they do the clone jutsu test and the transformation test, and he does terrible still. But recently he's been moving up in the ranks of students. Like he's about middle-ish. So same thing happened with Mizuki. He believes him, even though he's been getting smarter. Not that smarter though. So he chilling, waiting for Mizuki, but he sees the Shadow Clone Jutsu. He learns that. He writes that down in a scroll. He learns that when he's there, and he writes down about what he walked down. He writes down water walking, tree walking, and type down in the comments if I should make him have the fine writing. But for now, I'm just gonna say he didn't write that down. But he wrote down water style, water dragon, wind style, vacuum, and bullet, and that's it. In the echolocation jutsu that Iwuka, no, we're gonna say Iwuka flashback. Naruto, he was chilling with Iwuka training, and he learned the echolocation jutsu. It's basically like echolocation, how bats use echolocation, but with chakra. And he's perfected it, so he can pinpoint where everybody is in the village if he wanted to right now. And he uses that to detect where Mizuki is, and he sees Mizuki's behind him. And he has all the jutsus that I just named and techniques that I just named written down. So he was going to give the scroll to Mizuki till he feels a shuriken fly past his hand, and he drops the scroll, and Iwuka tells him about how he's been tricked by Mizuki and all that. Sorry, I was being distracted. Sorry. So he listens to Iwuka, he dips, then he gets found by Mizuki and told how he's the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. Naruto, he starts crying. He screams multi-shadow clone jutsu, and they all grab their swords, and some of the Naruto's cut off Mizuki's arm, and he punched Mizuki. He beat him to a bloody pulp. Then he grabs his sword and cuts and stabs Mizuki and says, That's for hurting my sensei. Don't you ever put a hand on my sensei again." Then we skip to the next day, and they're getting their teams assigned, and they say Team 7. No, we're gonna say all the teams are as in canon, except for when they get to Team 10 and Team 7. Team 7 is Sakura, Haruno, Sasuke Uchiha, Toji Akamichi. Pretty sure that's his last name. And Team 10, Ino, Yamanaka, Shikamaru, Nara, Naruto, Uzumaki. And they're just chilling. Everybody's pretty happy with their team except for the emo king himself, Sasuke Uchiha. He's pretty mad that he has to be on a team with Sakura and Choji. And that's when their team leaders come, and Sakura, once Team 10 leaves, Sakura asks where is Team 17 captain, and Asuma, he's laughing. He's dead laughing. Like, he says, be grateful he's not gonna be here 2 days, like, in tomorrow. Because if it wasn't this important of an event, he'll probably be here in 2 weeks. He's not even gonna lie to you. And um, Sakura, she sweat drops because she's confused how a Jonin, special Jonin, could be that wavy. And Naruto, um, Shikamaru, and Ino go to the roof with Asuma. And and Naruto, he stands. Never mind. I was gonna say he wrote the body flicker down, but if y'all don't comment down below, that y'all want him to have a flying writing, then he will have the body flicker. But for now, he's not gonna have either. So we're gonna say in those 2 months between they graduated for the academy, Naruto mastered the water style, in the wind style vacuum wind bullet, in the water style water dragon, and the tree walking and water walking. And he's actually awakened one. He's able to use one chakra chain, but that's it, and it's really small, so it's not that useful. But Naruto, he goes first. He gets asked what's his likes and dislikes. He says his likes is training. His dislikes are people who disrespect him. And his other like is, we can say, just like in the What If Naruto's a Prodigy, he's a Jiraiya sensei. His other likes is girls. So, yeah, the next one, her likes is, we're gonna say Ino's not as obsessed with Sasuke anymore, but she kinda still is. Just not as much. Her likes is training. Well, not training. She doesn't really train. Flowers and her family. Her dislikes are sock forehead. Pretty sure that's what she calls Sakura. I don't really pay attention to her fights. Usually, whenever they have a fight in canon, I really don't listen because I don't care. They both not even that strong anyway. So Shikamaru says it's all a drag, and Aspen tells them about how they're gonna meet up tomorrow. They're probably not gonna have a test. He might just fail them, depending on what he thinks of them when he sees them tomorrow. So Naruto, he meditating, and you can say for the past 2 months he's been trying to meditate to see Kurama, but it hasn't worked because he's decided that if there's something living in him, he might as well just make friends with it, because like it's gonna be there for the rest of his life unless he just dies somehow. And he decided that he's never gonna let somebody kill him. He's either gonna die saving somebody or die from his own hands. And I never set their goals. Ino's goal is to have a happy life eventually, and Naruto says he'd rather not say his goal. And Shikamaru, his is to have a normal everything, have a normal house, have a normal family, have a normal job, have a normal bank account, money, basically have a normal everything. And the next day they show up, and Naruto, he finally put his hair up in a ponytail. It's kind of like his hair's like, I would say it's like a Tachi, but he has his headband on, so his ponytail goes up like that. I don't know how to explain it. It's like his hair's like floating above his headband, and then his um ponytail's hanging right off of the end of his headband. If that doesn't make sense to you, it really doesn't make sense that much to me either. But if you get it, you get it. Sorry. And Naruto's outfit, he has a black um short sleeve. No, he has a black jacket, um short sleeve shirt under his fishnet shirt. So he has, and his jacket's unzipped all the time, and he has black pants, black sandal shoes. So they're there, and they're waiting for Asuma, and Ino's looks at Naruto, and she's like, Naruto's honestly pretty cute, but I like Sasuke-kun. And she walks up to Naruto, and she says, oh god, I forgot what I was gonna say. Wait, hold on, let me remember. I'm sorry I don't skip these parts out where I be confused. It's because I don't edit my videos. So she says to Naruto that you're looking pretty cute, Naruto-kun, and Naruto, he started blushing because he kind of think cute, but he ain't saying nothing. So this kind of makes him blush, and he turns around and he goes behind the tree, and Ino's just teasing him because he's just so weak, talking about how he can't handle the pressure. So Naruto finally sees Asuma pulling up, and he walks up to Asuma and says, "So what are we gonna do today, Asuma Sensei?" So he so and Asuma sees Naruto's sword, and he knows Naruto's chakra natures, and he's excited to have Naruto as a student because he can tell Naruto his technique with the wind style covering his weapons and stuff, and Naruto's no Finjutsu. So um that and then he tells them that they all passed, that he thinks they look good enough to become ninja, and they all face palm because how you gonna think we're gonna be good enough to become ninja just by looking at us? That's kind of weird, man. Can't just do that. So Naruto, he was finna leave, and then puts her hand on his shoulder and looks at him in the face and like starts touching his fishnet shirt, and this makes him blush, and he leaves, and yells that he can't take the pressure still, and he just walks away. He goes into the forest, and he starts meditating on. He's still trying to connect with Kurama, and he eventually passes out and he goes into his landscape. He says, "Finally, I'm here." And he walks up to Kurama's cage and says, "I've been thinking about talking to you for a while, friend." And this like spooks Kurama because he was trying to sleep for one, and this kind of scared him when he just got woken up without knowing anybody was there. And somebody just asked to be his friend. Whoa. And Kurama says, "What are you doing here, Brat?" And Naruto says, "You know I have a name. I know you know my name's Naruto. You've been in my body for, like, what is it, 12 years now? Yeah, you should know my name by now." Kurama says, "Okay, what do you want, Naruto?" And Naruto says, I just wanted to be friends. I wanted to know if he wanted to be friends. Kurama's still confused, like a human. Asking me to be their friend? No need. But, he says, sure, if you can show me, that you're strong enough and that you can make that, if you can make 2 chakra chains in a week, then sure, I'll become your friend. And Naruto, he's cool with this because he think he can do it. So for a week, Naruto, he's been training on his chakra chains, and he's mastered the 2. He can make a 3rd one now, but it's pretty small, and he really can't do that much with it, but he can still use it. So nobody knows that Naruto has the chakra chains, or he's good in Finjutsu. So nobody really knows that Naruto's good at anything except for Asuma with the wind style. But that's all he knows. And he hasn't met up with his team yet, but that's where I'm going to end it off. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss when I upload another video. Peace.